Hello everybody, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I thought it would be a really fun video to rank every book I've ever rated 5 stars. I fully got back into reading in about 2020. I don't think I fully started rating books though until about 2022 because I started out reading The Odd Thriller, but I didn't know about Goodreads, that kind of thing, but I also read a lot of smart thinking self-help books, which I even now don't really rate them. I thought it would be fun to look back at all the books that I've ever rated 5 stars from 2022 and see what I think of them now. I do have the tier here. I have Soul Tide, which is like, these books are my be all and end all. I will never stop talking about them. I feel such a deep connection to them. I have No Notes, valid, like yeah, I agree, still a solid 5 star. Then I have Hug in a Book, which is my comfort and nostalgia reads. Like these, I just can't, they might not be my favourite ever, but I'm so attached to them that I refuse to give them anything less than a 5 star. Then I have a fun read, because sometimes I just read a book and it was so fun and entertaining that it gets a 5 star. Like I feel like I have my 5 star absolute masterpiece reads, and then my 5 star that was so fun, loved it. Then I have It Was Just a Phase. When I was reading I was 18, I'm 21 now. It might have been a phase. I have I Sobbed. Sometimes I just get so emotionally attached to a book that it needs 5 stars because I'm crying my eyes out. And then I have I'm Embarrassed. Like these will be the ones that I have no words for. I can't explain. I'm embarrassed. We're gonna start now. I think I will have figured out how to put this on my screen, so let's just get straight into it. I have my laptop here and I will just speak you through them and I will let you know my current thoughts on my 5 star reads. So the first one I can see is First Time Caller by B.K. Borison, which is my latest 5 star read, and I loved this book. I feel like it's tricky because I just read it, so it's so fresh, but then maybe I'm just on a thrill kick from how good it was, because also I was in a book slump. It was in my getting out of a book slump vlog, so it might have been the thrill that I actually loved a book. But I feel like I'm going to put No Notes valid because I can't argue with my rating of it. Then I have Crazy Rich Asians, which when that film came out, made it my whole personality. I don't really know how or why I loved it so much, but I did. And then I read the book and I also loved that. So I remember reading it and I enjoyed it so much, but I feel like it's Hug in a Book. Like I do feel attached to that book and it does give me so much nostalgia, so let's put it there. Then I have Red Rising, which I remember I read it on the plane. I was with my friend and I loved it like so much. And then I read the second one and I hated that book and I didn't even read the third one. And so I feel like that has altered my rating. I feel like I'm going to put it in It's Just a Phase because I actually don't think about that book anymore because the second one annoyed me so much. I have Winter Garden by Kristen Hanna, which was one that I read in February and I loved that book, and that one is 100% going in I Sobbed because I was crying my eyes out, like bawling, audibly bawling to that book. I have A Court of Mist and Fury, which I read. This was like the beginning of my reading journey, like these were going viral. I really don't know. I think I'm going to put fun read because I remember having so much fun. It was my first like proper fantasy series I'd ever read and I just have good memories associated with that book, but they're not comfort reads, they're just fun reads. Then I have the whole Throne of Glass series. I mean, the first one that's coming up is Crown of Midnight, but I honestly love all of those books and I don't think I even have a favourite out of the series. Obviously Kingdom of Ash was incredible, but I feel like I'm soul tied to all of these books, so I'm gonna just pop them all in Soul Tide. And In the middle of them was A Little Life, which I think just has to go in I sobbed. I remember this book. I think it was very powerful. I know that people say it's just trauma dumping, but I took away a lot from that book in terms of the way that you think about yourself really alters everything in your life. So I learnt a lot and I was very sad. Then I have 50/50. I feel like a few of these in here are thrillers that I read and I just enjoyed them so much that they got a 5-star. I don't really feel any connection to characters in thrillers. It's just kind of the plot. I'm going to put that in fun read. 50/50 by Steve Kavanagh, because it was fun. I was left guessing until the end, and that to me is fun in a thriller. Then I have The Intimacy Experiment, which I remember enjoying this book, but I really don't remember anything about it. So maybe it has to go and it was just a phase. So I'm not sure if I read that again it would be a 5-star, and considering I actually don't remember the characters, the plot or anything about it, that tells me it was a phase. I have Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan. I think this one was just a phase because I think I went into it thinking it was just a romance, so then when it had that added deeper factor, I was just so blown away and I thought it was so powerful. But this was beginning of my romance journey, so I don't think I think that highly of that book anymore. I do like the cover though, but that's not what gets you stars. I feel like I'm gonna put By a Thread by Lucy Score in I'm Embarrassed, because at the time I remember Lucy Score was going viral. Everybody was reading her books, everybody was loving them, and whilst I feel like it was fun, I really don't feel connected to this book, and actually I remember it made me cringe quite a lot. So I think I was just really trying to enjoy something that everybody else was enjoying when I wasn't. Well, I enjoyed it, but I didn't, it's not a 5-star read. It was not. I have Worst Best Man by Lucy Score, which I'm putting in fun read. I remember really enjoying this book. Then I have Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. This has got to go in Soul Tide. This is my ride or die. This possibly is my favourite book. I find it hard to pick one, but this book is incredible and I tell every single person to read it. Yep, that is my book. Ooh, 6 of Crows. I feel nothing towards that book when I think about it. I think I liked it at the time, but I don't think it's 5-star. Like when I think of some of the books that come to my head when I first think 5-star, that is not on it, and I actually forget that I've even read that book. So how it got 5-star, I'm not sure, but I'm embarrassed. Oh, The Nightingale by Kristen Hannah. I sobbed in that book. Oh, that was so sad. That was the first Kristen Hannah book I'd read. Broke my heart. Introduced me to such an incredible author whose books I'm so excited to read, and I just love that book. Notes on Heartbreak. I feel like I'm gonna go No Notes Valid. Like that was a good book. It is one that I don't hear too many people talking about, but it's basically the story of a breakup told in reverse, and it was very interesting. I learnt a lot. Very impactful. I feel like I also have to consider the reread factor, and I would definitely reread that book. Oh, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. 1,000 Boy Kisses. You're embarrassing me. I remember reading this book and it was super late at night and I'd heard everybody talking about it, so I was like, I need to read this book. I bought it on my phone for like £5, binged it, and I was crying, but like seriously, come on now, get a grip. Conversations in Love is another one that is going in No Notes Valid. This is another one just about love, relationships. It's a bunch of people giving their advice, stories, that kind of thing. Very good book. It's very similar to Everything I Know About Love. They kind of come grouped together. Same with Notes on Heartbreak. They're like my big 3 for books about love. Oh, The Wicked King. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. What are you doing? I remember reading this series. I feel like I enjoyed them, but thinking back, they are not 5-star books. In what world? In what world is that a 5-star read? You Deserve Each Other. No, it's valid. I love that book. That is one of my favourite romance books. I really enjoyed that book and I definitely want to reread it pretty soon. And yeah, that is a very, very good book. No notes. I have Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. I'm going to put this in just a phase. I think similar to the By a Thread, everybody was reading Alice Feeney. I wanted to jump on it. I think the story was good. Like, I didn't guess the plot twist and that kind of thing, but it's not a 5-star. It's not. Make It Happen, Soul Tide. Love that book. Love that book so much. It's a manifesty one mindset. I think it's incredible. It was one of the first books that got me back into reading. I think everybody should read it. Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I feel like it was just a phase. I really do. Like, I feel like it's not a 5-star. I remember really enjoying the story and the plot twist caught me off guard and I thought it was very, very interesting, but it's not a 5-star. I would change that rating. My Lovely Wife. I'm going to put this in fun read. This is another thriller that was super duper entertaining. I loved it. It kept having twists and turns and it was a fun book, but I don't feel attached to it. I just know it was fun. Lovers, Soul Tide, 100%. I love this book. This, before Funny Story came out, was the book that I said is my like #1 be all end all. I'd reread it every year. It was great. I love that book a lot. How to Kill Your Family. It was a fun read. I remember reading it on holiday. I enjoyed it. Oh, the end I hated, but because I enjoyed the book, I just still rated it 5 stars apparently. I didn't even know that that was a 5-star. So maybe it was just a phase. Yeah, I'm going to put that in, it was just a phase, because if I didn't even know that was a 5-star, then that tells me that it's not. Last Time Standing. To be honest, I don't remember a lot about this book, but I remember really, really enjoying it. I'm going to put a fun read because I don't remember a lot about it, but I do remember having a good time reading it. The Marriage Game. No notes valid. This is one of my favourite romance books and I don't see anybody speaking about it. It's fantastic. It's Enemies to Lovers, Grumpy Sunshine, Close Proximity. Such a good book. The No Show by Beth O'Leary. It was just a phase. I don't remember anything about this book. Well, I do. Like, I remember the big reveal of what's actually going on, but I don't think I'd give it a 5 stars if I reread it. Oh, Binding 13, We Are So Tied. Those books, oh, they have me in a chokehold. She's just recently announced Redeeming 10, is it? Is coming out soon and I am so excited for that. So that whole series, I'm Soul Tied to. 100%. Daisy Jones and the Six. I'm embarrassed. Like, I remember reading that. I bought it on my laptop for some reason. So I just sat reading it on my laptop. And I must have enjoyed it, but I don't think that it's a 5-star book. Funny Story is my absolute #1 ride or die. Love that book so much. I'm planning on rereading it soon. I fell in love with that book when I read it when it came out. So good. Quarter Silver Flames, Soul Tide. Love that book. Nesta is my favourite character. Whatever you decide that means, she is my favourite character. I love her so much. I think her book was the best book out of the whole series. So Tower of Dawn can go in Soul Tide. From Luke Off With Love. It was just a phase. I think it was a good story. I enjoyed it at the time, but I don't really remember the characters that well. I don't feel connected to them, and I think if I read it again, I'm not sure it would be 5 stars. X's and O's. No notes valid. I remember really, really enjoying that book. I thought it was great. Verity by Colleen Hoover. Fun. That is the only Colleen Hoover book that I enjoy. I've only read It Ends With Us and that one I genuinely think is one of the best thrillers that I've ever read. Like, it was just so entertaining and I really didn't know what was going on. It was great. Dial A for Aunties, I'm Embarrassed. That is not a 5-star book. No. Oh, Keeping 13. So cute. And Not So Meet Cute. I'm embarrassed. I am embarrassed. I love Megan Quinn, don't get me wrong. I think I have another one of her books in here, but that story was just nothing special. I don't remember either of the characters, and that says it all. I should be able to remember my favourite books. Icebreaker. It was just a phase. I think I just really enjoyed that book. Maybe, was it a fun read? I think it was a fun read actually, because I remember enjoying it and I was entertained. I didn't think it was absolutely incredible favourite romance ever, but it was still very entertaining. Saving Six, You Are In My Soul. Love Aoife and Joey. The Reunion, I'm gonna go fun read because I don't really remember a lot about it, but I do remember enjoying it. Manifest, I Am Soul Tied To. I love, oh, excuse me, you can't go there. I love that book so much. That is the woman that changed my life. That book seriously changed my life. City of Girls by Elizabeth Gilbert. I'm going to put in no notes valid because I really enjoyed that book and I learned a lot from it. I thought it was really great. Kingdom of the Cursed, fun read. I did really enjoy those books and I enjoyed the world and I remember the characters and I thought it was really interesting, and I read the whole series back to back, but when I was making this I didn't even remember that I gave them such a high rating, so I guess I just had loads of fun reading them. Next we have The Sun Is Also a Star. I feel like this was just a phase. I loved that book and I remember it, and I think I love stories where it's like it was meant to be, or they like rekindle. I just really enjoyed that story, but I'm not sure if I reread it would be a 5-star. The Prison Healer was fun. That was so twisty turny. The final plot twist had me gasped. Like I was so shocked, so that can go in there. I didn't enjoy the rest of the series as much. I found the second book boring and I don't think I even read the third one. When in Rome, just phase. Didn't even know that I'd rated that 5 stars. I actually thought I'd rated that 3 stars, but maybe I enjoyed it more than I thought. These Hollow Vows was fun. Once again, like a twisty YA fantasy. Very entertaining. I loved the plot twist. The second one wasn't as good, but this one was great. Onyx Storm is a fun read. The whole series is, to be honest. Let's get them all. Because I just think they're Divergent, but for adults, and Divergent has such a huge place in my heart. That film raised me. So these books are my Divergent with dragons for me now. I love those books. Never Lie, phase. I think I was just reading so much Frida McFadden because they're just so quick and easy to get through, but I don't remember anything about it. I don't think it was that special. Things We Never Got Over. I don't know, just a phase. Like I don't really feel anything towards that book now. Things We Left Behind, I loved. No notes valid. But Things We Never Got Over, no, don't think that book is for me anymore. 7 Year Slip, I Am Soul Tied. I adore that book so much and I think it just changed my whole perception of life basically. The Right Move, no notes valid. Loved that book, so good. Same with Mile High, really enjoyed both of those. I'm going to put them at the front. Loved both of those. I didn't enjoy the third one as much, but them two, so good. Oh, Magnolia Parks. Wait, why is Daisy Hates not here? Oh, the first Daisy Hates is. I think The Great Undoing is meant to be on here as well, but that's not there. Let's pretend it is. Daisy Hates is Soul Tide, but Magnolia Parks is on No Notes Valid, because in case you didn't know, I prefer Daisy Hates to Magnolia Parks. Sorry, I said it, I do. But yeah, I love both of those. I feel like they've had their backlash, but for me they still stand out. I've only reread the first Magnolia Parks at the moment, but I'm trying to reread all of them. Sorry about that, my SD card got full. Getting straight back into it. Kingdom of the Feared is going to go in fan read with Kingdom of the Cursed. Like I said with the other one, I found them fun. I actually want to reread them. I got some new copies and I want to reread them because I think that world was actually super fun and interesting. House of Sky and Breath and House of Earth and Blood, I think No Notes Valid. I remember really enjoying those books. House of Sky and Breath I read in one night. I didn't enjoy House of Flame and Shadow as much, but these two were great. I think I will know how attached I am to them once I reread them. So some of these books in No Notes Valid are just in here because I haven't reread them. Every book in Soul Tide I've reread, but No Notes Valid still I need to see if I'm that connected. Vacation Wars, No Notes Valid. I enjoyed that book a lot. It is Megan Quinn in her prime. That book is so good. I have Girl in the Mirror. This was a fun read. I remember really enjoying that book. It was so twisty, so turny. You didn't know what was going on until the end. It was great. Then I have Heartless and Powerless and Reckless. I think they can go in No Notes Valid because I don't have any notes on them. They were obviously my favourite ones from the series, which I haven't read Hopeless yet, so hopefully that will stay on their level, but I did really enjoy those books. Then we're coming to our last ones, which is exciting. We have, I feel like I don't have a lot in the Hug in a Book section, and that is probably because all of my Soul Tide books are hugs in books. Like, I love those books. I'm so attached to them. I'm so attached to the characters. I think about them all day, every day. So Redeeming Six is obviously going up there with them. I am 100% Soul Tide to these books. And Taming Seven. Where's Taming Seven? Taming Seven is also going up there. I just adore those characters so much and they feel so real. I remember I finished reading Taming Seven and I just could not comprehend that this was not just like somebody's life and somebody's story and a retelling. It was fiction. Like, they're not real people. That just, I think when you consume, I don't know how many pages, maybe 3,000 pages of these people, they are just so real. I love those books. I have The Serpent and Wings of Night. I'm going to put this in Just a Phase. I don't feel anything towards this book. Actually, I might even put this in I'm Embarrassed because I didn't even read the second one. What's it called? Like Ash Cursed King something? I didn't even read that one. So clearly I can't have liked this one enough to read its counterpart. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. I have Lore Olympus, which is hard because it's a graphic novel. So I feel like it was a fun read. I really enjoyed Lore Olympus. I have the second one, which I've not read yet, but I found that so entertaining. I thought the artwork was really great as well. And then we're down to our final three. So I have My Dark Romeo. I remember enjoying this, and I feel like everybody was kind of hating on it at the time, but I don't remember too much. I'm going to put it in a fun read because I remember having a good time with it, and I think it would need a reread to see whether it's on No Notes Valid or Soul Tide. And then I have The Perfect Lie. This was a fun read, 100%. I'm going to put it with that over Thriller because I had such a great time reading it. I don't remember a lot of what happened, to be honest, so I think I could reread that one. I don't usually reread thrillers because there's no point when you know what's going on, but that one, not got many memories of that one, but I just remember really enjoying it. And then the final book out of, I think I had 82 5 stars altogether, 83 if we remember that Daisy Hates is meant to be on here. The last one is The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren, and I think it was just a phase, to be honest, because I remember this is one of the first like romances that I read. I remember enjoying, is he called River or something? I remember liking him, but I don't really remember anything that happened. I've not wanted to pick up, I think they came out with another one with the best friend. I haven't read that. And yeah, so this is our final ranking, which I'm obsessed with. It makes me so happy to see all my favourite books in one place. Because I've got memory problems, so I don't always remember the books that I've enjoyed, but here they are. So yeah, the Soul Tide section, those really are my favourite books. No Notes Valid, yep. Hugging a Book only has Crazy Rich Asians, but honestly, like always the Tom and series, Hugging a Book, Funny Stories, a hug, Throne of Glass is a hug, 7 Years Slave is a hug, so I feel like they can all go in there. Fun reads, yeah, they were all very entertaining. It was just a phase. Red Rising, I might move that to I'm embarrassed, because I am embarrassed that I enjoyed that when the second book annoyed me so much. Yep, that can be moved. Do I feel like I want to move anything else? No, I'm pretty happy with that. So on that note, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know your thoughts on my ranking, whether you agree, disagree. Let me know your 5-star reads, your Soul Tide ones. I want to know, what are your Soul Tide 5-star reads? And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will speak to you very soon.